All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Professional Time Wasters podcast. I'm joined, as always, well, sometimes, by Coolshirt, of course.
Hello, hello, hello. Everyone's
And
doing well.
yeah, I would like to open this episode with
Are we doing a cold open, or are we doing we doing a hot open?
No, with a shout out.
Oh, a
Okay,
shout out. All right.
I would like to shout out Sony for in the 11th hour giving us a fucking topic for this episode.
Yeah, for real though. Like they woke up this morning and they were like, you know what? What if we fuck over our fan base even more than we already have?
Exactly. And
like they haven't already been like actively raw dogging them from behind for like the last like couple of years.
So thank you, Sony, for absolutely beginning the true and inevitable downward spiral. Now, for those who don't know,
it's like they're copying Xbox One, like Microsoft back in the day.
Yeah, for those who don't know, as of yesterday, the PlayStation and Sony people decided that they will be ceasing all production of physical discs starting
Get ready to pay an extra $20 for every single disc because of that.
Starting in January of 2028. So this is only for PlayStation consoles. Now, I'm not going to read verbatim what they say on here, but it's marketing speak, it is excuses, and it is a downright lie. That's all you need to know. To mix with that, they also gave an update that they will be shutting down 2 of their older stores. You will no longer be able to purchase items digitally or re-download things from there. Okay, and this will start in 2027. So this is the PS3 and PS Vita. They will close on July of 2027. Okay, that is for the world. They will be closing earlier in August of this year in Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua. And they will be closing late this year in Latin America and Middle Eastern countries. Mind you, these are not including all of the places that you cannot even make a PlayStation account.
Nice.
And look, before...
All right, so who's ready to jailbreak some PSPs?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Before...
All right, it's PS Vita. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, go ahead.
But before we get any deeper, and before... I want to go and talk about some of the things I've been seeing on Twitter in response to this. There are, of course, the corporate shills and the corporate defenders of Sony and PlayStation. And for all of those people, fuck you. But just because your company or the company that you white knight for is doing something that does not benefit you, mind you.
No. We don't even need a reason. Just go fuck yourself. Go jump off a fucking cliff. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you for even like just breathing this morning?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that might be demonetized, but either way, or taking
we're
this
not
video,
monetized.
You're right. We're not monetized. Fuck you. Go hang yourself on a fucking tree. You should take a tree. You go build a bridge and jump off of it.
There you go. No, so the reason. The reason they're doing this is because they have defenders like that. They know that there will be people that defend them. And even if
Sony dick suckers,
even if those people weren't there, there's nothing that, will change their minds. Just like the shutdown and shuttering of Destiny and the firing of a lot of developers at Bungie, this decision has probably been made months to maybe even a year in advance. And I'm not surprised. Not at all. But the one question I ask, and this is for you, Coolshirt, and this is for everyone that's watching, are we going to start seeing prices go down?
Nope.
Exactly. So
they're arguably going to be going up because guess what? They don't have to reference what was it, like physical copies as like a reference for how much the value of a game copy is. So they can basically make a game like key to get into a video game because you're not actually purchasing the video game anymore. As much money as they physically want. It could be $100, could be $500. Doesn't matter what it what the price tag they put on it is, and they can completely manipulate that and screw over everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at GTA 6. It is the most, not one of, it is the most anticipated game of this generation. And it
Yep.
is
I
coming out,
cannot wait to watch it crash and burn.
it is coming out digital only on PlayStation.
Yep.
The game that Sony and PlayStation are
I thought it was
pushing,
going to be on Xbox as well.
I don't know if it's going to have a
I just
physical.
thought it was going to be console exclusive. I don't remember if it's PlayStation exclusive.
No, it's not PlayStation. No, what I'm saying, Coolshirt, is it's
Oh, yeah,
digital only. You will be
so there'll be
able.
no physical release.
No, you can go and buy a piece of plastic that when you open it up will have a code in it.
Code. Yeah, that sounds fucking stupid.
So this is the game that Sony wants you to pay $80 for. No, it's no longer 70, no longer 60.
Okay. What about the cat and the elephant in the room about the full version of the game being $100?
That's what I was about to get to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what the fuck?
And on top of all of this, it's not the full game. So, dude,
You sure Rockstar and Ubisoft aren't like stroking each other's cocks in the back rooms?
listen, buddy, Ubisoft is trying to bail whatever fucking water it can to try
With
to
Black Flag remake? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they've got their own issues.
I ain't buying the Black Flag remake. It could literally be the best video game of all time, or the best remake ever made, and I'll still never buy it.
I mean, you don't need to, because here's the
The
thing.
thing is that you could have just been there to play it when it came out.
Yeah.
Which is what I did, and I enjoyed the fuck out of that game. And I played subsequent Assassin's Creed games that came out afterwards. Some of them were shit, some of them were good, but Black Flag was pretty awesome.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not an Assassin's Creed guy, so that's all you.
I think a lot of people really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It brought a very different gameplay style to like the franchise, like especially after Assassin's Creed 3, which I mean, it expanded on a lot of the features that 3 had and made it a lot more interesting, especially with the ship combat, stuff like that. It's a different type of Assassin's Creed game. The story's fun. Probably has some of the best boat combat in any video game I've ever played. So yeah, and there really hasn't been a game like it since.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much about it because I've never played it. But what I am able to say is the cool thing about it is you can go and buy that game on older generation consoles.
Yep.
And you'll own the game. Ownership is under attack when it comes to Sony. They do not want you to own.
It's not even just in Sony. It goes so much bigger than that. It's across everything across the entire like digital / physical landscape. Like nobody wants you to be able to own homes, own media, own movies, own like the car you buy or anything. Everything is like a rental or like you own nothing and you're supposed to just be happy with that.
Well, it's the rise of the subscription model is what's really killing everything. This is what they're trying to do. They want you to buy their consoles. Look, I didn't want to get to this yet, but I'll say it. There are also leaks that the next generation Xbox console that is being rumored will not have a disk drive. The standard model will not have a disk drive.
The current standard model doesn't have a disk drive.
The current standard model has a disk drive.
No, it doesn't. The Series S?
That's not the standard model. The Series X
That
is...
is
No.
Series X is the like more expensive model.
Yeah, that's the standard. The other one is the quote unquote budget option. These aren't my words. That's Xbox's words.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So they want to push you towards their subscription models. How many times we're going to say this? Probably till the end of time at this point. I feel like this gets brought up like every fucking episode at this point. And dude, I'm so tired of these negative episodes that we have to fucking make. Well, we don't have to make them, but we're choosing to make. Because here's the thing. I praised the Xbox CEO and the Xbox like company right after they did their showcase. And then almost immediately afterwards, they just decide all that the mediocre, like minuscule amount of goodwill that we got back, let's throw it all in the garbage. And
yeah, it was pretty fucked.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I could care less about what PlayStation does on their system. I have not bought a brand new PlayStation game since I was a kid when I owned a PS2.
I've never purchased a brand new PlayStation video game ever.
The most recent PlayStation games I bought were at a Goodwill for like $10 each, and they were for the PlayStation 2.
Nice.
And here's the thing.
I got like a used PS4 a while back, and I've only ever bought used games for it.
I'm more concerned with how this is going to affect gaming in general, and how it's, of course, how it's going to affect me. A lot of my like younger, like my childhood life or teenage years as well, were going out video game hunting, going and looking for used video games, buying used video games, playing that. One, because I didn't have any money, I was a kid, and two, because it gave me more of a reason to try things that I didn't already know was good or that I was already interested in. I never would have played Gears of War had I not gotten a used copy for my Xbox. I never would have played Bulletstorm without the same reason. I never would have played some Zelda games. I never would have played some Pokemon stuff. Like there's so many things that I never would have played if it hadn't been for finding used copies. And that's already becoming harder and harder because one, all of the stores that sell it are either gone or so scarce and far stretched out that you either get a GameStop, roll the dice there, or you're going to some place that's considered a quote unquote retro store and they're going to charge you out the ass because they know that this is what people want and they can do it.
Yeah.
There's this local like game place, or it's not even a game place. I don't know how to describe it. They sell games, they sell movies, they sell all kinds of bullcrap in the mall, and they're expensive as shit. Like the stuff that you can find, you're paying $5+ more than anywhere else, and that's the only place around here other than a GameStop and a couple pawn shops that sell games. They have the best. Yeah. They have the best retro selection in town, and their prices are awful.
That sucks.
And look, yeah, you can always go and purchase games online. You can go to eBay. You can go to Mercari. You can go to what other place. It's not the same. It's not. And the main reason I say this is because one of the joys of buying video games, in my opinion, was going to the store, picking the game up, and driving back. And over the years, it's become so much more of a pain in the ass, or it's just not, you take the fun out of it. You just stay up.
It's been so long since I've done that with a video game that I even remember the last game that I did that with.
Yeah. Well,
it was Fallout 4. Just like a long ass time ago.
But no. Here's the thing, Coolshirt. Now they made it worse. It was now you go, you buy the game, you drive back, you wait for an hour for the fucking game to
digital download, and then you can play it. Yeah, exactly. You can't just like stick it in the fucking disc tray and like actually start playing. Oh man, I miss those days where you could just literally just hook up the console, put your game in, and start playing.
And I'm gonna be honest, this feels like a direct attack on PC, like because of they're looking at Steam. I hate when I have to say PC gaming and only talk about Steam, but like
it's not the only way to get games, and there are like deals you can get on like what is it like GOG and like other platforms and stuff. Like Steam is not a monopoly as much as people want you to think it is.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's a monopoly, but the thing is they make a shit ton
it's where it's where most people have their libraries at, though, because of just the goodwill they've continued over the years and stuff like that.
And transitioning into Steam, one of the biggest arguments that I've been seeing on Twitter is people saying, well, for all the people that play on PC, you all just download all your games, so why do you care? It's different. It's so much different.
I'm not paying for a console experience. I'm paying for a PC experience, which at the same time, back in the day, you also had discs and stuff like that. Because I grew up like doing PC gaming even before like it got super popular. Because like I still have my disc for like Battlefront 1 and 2 and whatnot, and a couple other games for PC.
Yeah,
I still have the discs and everything for that, and I used to play those all the time.
Yeah, and the main thing with that is you own your games. Yes, Steam technically doesn't let you or doesn't really give you full ownership. You still only buy a key to get in. But there are other ways to get game files to where you will own your games.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just going to say it outright. I think we need to get away from the negative stereotype of emulation. I know it's taboo. I know it's, technically against the law, technically. But at this point, it's no longer, it needs to be looked at in terms.
I mean, is it against the law if you're just backing up like discs you already own?
I mean, technically, copyright law, the way it works is it's only really a problem if you're distributing it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So those are the main issues that a lot.
But what if you're just distributing it like within your own home?
Distributing? I don't know. That's my legal knowledge on that subject, which I literally looked up today for this episode. So it just says distribution, but for the private use is completely different. You cannot really do that on an online storefront with a system that is built in order for you not to own stuff. Their TOS, like Sony's and Microsoft's TOS, strictly forbids you from doing anything like that.
All right. So all you guys was emulating Bloodborne on PC at 4K 60 FPS are breaking the rules, apparently, guys.
Yeah.
You're making good efforts, though. It actually looks pretty good.
But the other thing that you really need to take into consideration here is the fact that it should no longer be viewed as that, and it should be looked at as preserving. Though sadly, game like ownership is under attack. We've made enough. We've made that point more than clear.
Beaten that dead horse like way too many times. But like, it's not even just game ownership; it's just ownership in general. Is why I touched on that earlier. Yeah, I think that's a big problem across every facet of society.
Yeah,
they don't want us to own anything.
No, they want you continuously paying out. They want you to be a perpetual renter. And by the way, for those people who say, "Who is they? Who is they?" They are corporations.
I can start listing names, but this video get taken down if I start doing that. So
corporations, shareholders.
Maybe we should make a Rumble video. we should make a Rumble video about that. That'd be funny.
In the future,
we get a fucking like PowerPoint presentation. We start talking about each person that is actively like, hey, well, I'll give you a name. Jeffrey Epstein was one of them.
Look, you can name big names all you want, but we will really be here all day if we start naming, and it has nothing to do with the political.
It's a very long list,
and
it's deeply political, but it's also deeply personal because like it's a personal attack against every person across the world.
No, well,
it's not in America.
That's not what I mean. I'm saying
what do you mean?
That in the current climate of online culture that we live in right now, if you start naming some of these names, certain ones will be considered political. And the way that
right, Donald J. Trump.
The way that I'm viewing it and the way that I'm saying it is it's more, you need to focus in on the people that you can actively see that are saying that they want to do this. Okay, the ones that are putting these kinds of these PlayStation tweets and messages and all that out, And here's the thing. Those people are all failures. They destroy companies. They destroy everything that you enjoy, I enjoy, Coolshirt enjoys. And what do they get when they fail? They move on to another company that's profitable. If you don't believe me, go look at Bobby Kotick, a good friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. Go look at how many studios he jumped around and destroyed. People that do not give a shit about these industries, about games in specific, about movies, about, actually making things that last. Look it up. And it all leads back.
Dig a little bit under the surface layer of all this information, and you can really find a laundry list, like a very long list of names of people that are directly involved in actively destroying these industries.
And you're probably at this point wondering, what does this have to do with PlayStation and their discontinuing of physical media. The original like template for this episode, like topic, was going to be the like just downfall of everything. It all stems back from I watched the report of the week's most recent video where he was talking about how just bad fast food and like fast casual food has been getting as of recent. And I mean, gaming's in the same boat. Everything that we talk about here relates to this topic. It's kind of like if you build a house of cards,
Yeah.
and you pull one card out from the bottom, the whole house or the whole tower is gonna fall. House of cards, tower of cards, doesn't matter. That's why. I also, like to believe that the people that watch these videos are intelligent and want to, be informed. And if that's the case, go somewhere else because it's the wrong fucking spot for that.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of retards talking about, the fact that our things are becoming less accessible.
And when I said earlier that this affects me and why I'm super passionate about this is because of the fact that gaming has been my number one hobby for years. And today I was playing Destiny 2 with a friend of mine.
Oh,
and
how dare you.
Yeah, another thing that Sony recently destroyed. And I told him outright, I said, if it was not for you and Destiny, like playing Destiny 2 with me right now, I probably would not be playing video games. Not because I don't want to play games, but because there's just so many other things I would rather do. Like as much as
I can relate with that a lot as well.
Like as much as I love gaming, I've gotten really into model building. Like I've gotten really into Gunpla. That's kind of been my favorite thing to do right now.
Dude, we should do a Gunpla video.
I did just buy the SD Gundam Battle Alliance on.
I just got the Master Grade Hyakushiki model.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what my next build is going to be. Excuse me.
I feel like I'm going to build another one of my high grade models that I already have before I get to the Master Grade, but we'll see.
Well, I've got like the in-betweens. I've kind of started moving off of high grades into real grades.
Yeah, real grades, aren't they like the more detailed, like of that same scale?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the size of the Master Grades. That's kind of why I'm more interested in those kits, but I also like the Vercock like designs as well. That's the main reason I've been going after those kits.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to get the Zeta Verka or whatever Master Grade. That one looks pretty sick.
Having a few Master Grades has always been nice, but like real grade, like the real grade, the 1 by 144th scale is like my bread and butter.
It's a sweet spot. It's a good size as well. I like the scale on that.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like gaming has gotten to the point where I have to move away, or in what I personally believe the future of gaming is. The future of gaming is retro.
It's retro. It's
preservation. It's not emulation.
Yeah,
preservation.
Preservation. I mean, it's going back to kind of where it started almost. Like I want to get gaming back into a place where instead of it being a more like you go play video games by yourself or whatever, you can bring a community around it and like do LAN parties and like stuff like that. Like that's I used to do that back in high school with my friends and whatnot, and we stopped doing that after a while just because a lot of us moved on and got busy with work and stuff like that as time went on. But we used to have like specific ones.
And yeah, that's the thing. But that's also because the social aspect of not just gaming, but just everything in general has kind of been like ripped out. Like
it got like taken out back and shot. It's really sad because like split screen is no longer really a feature that is ever supported anymore. That died like back in 2015 or even before then.
Yeah, it's all because
like,
they want
I remember
to
when I was younger,
copies.
like there were so many like gaming tournaments where were like 4-player split screen.
Yeah.
I used to go to them at like library and stuff all the time, especially for like Halo 4 or like Halo Reach and stuff like that. I never won any of them, but I did get pretty far into a few Halo 4 tournaments.
Yeah. And the thing is too, is I think I've made this comment before. I don't remember. I don't want to sound like this one political like content creator that just starts echoing the same thing. But like tomorrow or yesterday it was disk drives. Today it's discs. What's next? You're going to be buying, oh, wait, it already happened. Buying a console with no controller. Thanks,
Yep.
Steam. And the prices keep going up. Now,
Yep.
it's funny because I heard somebody say that and this is pure cope, by the way, this had nothing to do with the actual statement, that the main reason why discs are being phased out as well is because they are getting too expensive to make. Well, if that's the case, why is GTA 6 more expensive? I am now expecting, Sony, with the death of discs on your platform, you're going to start providing a even more competitive price for games, right? You're going to reduce all your standard games to $50. You're going to bring it back to 60.
I think they'll go up to 90.
Yeah,
Maybe even more. Who knows? My prediction is that new God of War game is probably going to release at like either like $80-$90 around that price range.
no one's going to buy that game.
It looks like shit.
No one is going to buy that game.
Actually, there are going to be people that are going to buy that game, but it's mostly just going to be like huge God of War like simps or streamers.
I'm going to be honest with you. Real God of War fans already checked out of the series.
I checked out of the series. I didn't even play 2016 or whatever or 2018 or whatever the fucking like the Norse mythology one. It didn't appeal to me. I'll be real. Like when I saw the game, I was like, okay, Kratos is a dad now. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I kind of want to play the old Kratos where he just goes around. He's like, Zeus! He starts yelling at the top of his lungs. We're like, Ares!
And yeah, no, I'm
That's the Kratos I grew up with. So I'm like, that's the only Kratos I'll ever know. Is like the old Kratos, like from the first 3 games, is the only Kratos I'll ever remember because that is Kratos from God of War.
yeah. And look, it's fine. Character growth in games is great. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is when you make such a drastic shift,
especially like a fan favorite character like that. It's like taking Kirby and turning him into like an edgelord.
They did. His name's Meta Knight.
I'm aware. No, it's like saying that like Kirby is Meta Knight and like you get rid of Kirby.
Well, oh god, I've got some lore for you.
All right, well, I haven't played like Kirby games. I'm just giving an example.
I know. I'm just giving.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a correlation between like a classic game character.
No, I get it. It's.
I mean, or you could do Sonic and Shadow. Just replace Shadow with or Sonic or whatever, and basically there's your character growth.
Didn't they turn him into a fucking?
I don't care. They're all test tube babies. Who cares? I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Look, what I'm saying is the state of gaming is not worth the price that it is now. Ownership has already been phased out unless you're doing the preserving method. And the thing is now going into the future with them putting all of their games purely on PS5. It is also because they believe that this is going to cut down on piracy. They won't tell you that, but that's the truth. Because
I always really liked that one quote from Gabe Newell or whatever, where he's like, he's never like, was it at Steam? They're not really that worried about piracy because in their experience, piracy is usually a result of a bad service or a bad product.
Yeah.
And I think he's 100% on the money with that.
Yeah. 100%. And that's the main thing. Is these products aren't worth not only people's time, but they're definitely not worth their money.
Yeah.
And the only way that they can get you to spend that money is to trap you on an overpriced console with no disk drive, so you can't go out and buy old games and play them. You have no choice but interacting with their storefront.
Yep.
That's why the cost of a PC is doubling. It's not quite there yet, but it's going to get there. I do agree. That's why the PlayStation is going, like the PlayStation Pro costs $1,000. That's why all these.
Yeah, I did want to give a quick shout out to one of the tech YouTuber channels that I watched that that they put together like a Steam Machine killer that like outperforms it by like a good 20%. Is a Jay's 2 cents or whatever. If you guys, anyone has a chance to go watch that video, I recommend it. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And like it's still possible to build a computer, like even in today, like right now economy, it's just not as cheap as it once was. But if you're willing to go used, I'll always harp on that. Used products or used parts, as long as they weren't used in like Bitcoin mining machines and stuff like that, I think you can get some pretty good value, especially from like someone who's just like didn't use a computer that much or a build that didn't really go the way they wanted, or somebody who's like more of a console gamer that just didn't make the switch, you can find some of those deals online and potentially get a good like computer from that.
I mean, most of my stuff has been bought used.
Yeah, and I think
My
that's the best way to do it.
my PC, I bought it all new. I think a graphics
My,
card.
yeah, my current rig is all new products and stuff like that, but like I wouldn't be against buying a used graphics card, a used CPU, or even a used motherboard. Because, like, as scary as it may be, you can repair a lot of different computer components, even in today's society. It's not that bad,
All right.
especially if you're just willing to learn a little bit.
That's the thing. A lot of people aren't. That's the problem.
I love learning more about technology. So that's like, whenever like a part breaks on my computer, I just use it as an opportunity to learn some new skills.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like with this like end of physical media, older stuff is only going to become more sought after. And
Yeah.
the thing is the older stuff needs to be maintained because it's old, it's going to break unless you know how to maintain it. And I've
Yeah.
gone the same way. I actually purchased a soldering iron because I've been upgrading old consoles. I've been repairing some of my old Nintendo cartridges, and
It's a good idea.
yeah, it's just a very nice skill to have. And with that being the case, like you may find deals on older consoles that don't work. And if you
And you
can,
might be able to revive them.
yeah, and you might be able to fix them. I mean,
Yeah, like I've got an Xbox 360 that like it was working a couple years ago. I recently was trying to hook it up like a couple days ago and whatnot. It's not like giving me any picture or like video and whatnot. So I'm probably gonna open the thing up, clean it out, replace the thermal paste, and just see what needs to get fixed on there. And I'm gonna fix it. I don't want to buy a new Xbox 360. I'm just gonna use the one I own.
yeah. And man, take a shot every time I say and. Don't do it. Um,
I cast a fireball.
oh my
Take a
god.
shot of fireball.
Takes a shot of fireball. Dude, I hate fireball.
I remember I was saying that a bunch when I was playing Warhammer the other day.
The thing that I really have another like bone to pick with this company is the fact that people for some odd reason think that it's okay. I don't know if it's that they're scared. I don't know if it's if it's that they're too used to it, they've been conditioned, or they're just lazy and they don't want to do anything about these practices because all of this would stop overnight if people just didn't fucking interact with these products for like a month, you know?
That and then also actually perform a boycott.
Yeah. And that's the thing because look, at the end of the day, we can sit here and complain about corporations doing corporation things, being greedy. We can't control that. Okay?
But we can control how much money they receive from us.
Yeah, but what we as consumers can control is how much money they make and if their products are successful or not. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Hey, get off."
We did a great job with Concord.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Hey, get off PlayStation, go buy a Nintendo Switch," or "Hey, get off PlayStation, go buy an Xbox." Everything has their pros. Everything has their cons. Like what I'm saying is be smart about it. You know, it's the same thing with PC gaming. You don't need the high end product. You don't need the high end parts. If you do a little bit of research, if you just be a smart consumer in the long run, not only will you be happier, but your wallet will be a lot happier too.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that the reason we're in the state that we're in is not because of the things that we can't control, but it's because of the things that we can. You're never going to be able to change people that view plastic cards as investments. You're never going to be able to...
Thanks, Logan Paul.
You're never going to be able to stop big businesses from purchasing things that they have no right purchasing and sitting on because view them as investments to grow their portfolios, you know? But what you can do is you can not interact with it. You can go outside and build a community, you know? You can build, and look, it's hard. It's very hard. Like, saying something and doing something are two very different things. I mean, but you actually hunker down and be the change that you want to be. Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get off a PlayStation. I'm going to go buy a PS4 or PS3 and a bunch of used games and build up that library, own my games. You might be happier. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. Granted, Nintendo is the most expensive out of all of that because they're the Disney of the video game space. But you can easily, let me put it like this. You will own something and the corporations will be very unhappy about it.
Yep.
And there is nothing that is more American than pissing somebody else off for minding your own goddamn business.
We wouldn't be American if we didn't try.
And in the essence, this is coming out the day before 4th of July. There is nothing more American than owning your own stuff. Yeah. This is an attack on ownership. This is an attack on...
It's an attack on my culture.
On my... There you go. This is an attack. You want the Southern... This is an attack on my culture.
That goddamn motherfuckers. They keep coming in my lawn trying to take my shit.
And this is... You should feel genuinely insulted. The way that these companies not only have been treating you today, yesterday, but over the past 10 years. Over this entire console generation.
I would say 15 years, actually. And it's been pretty bad since the second wave, like the wave out of the PS4, Xbox One eras, where a lot of this stuff started to begin.
Yeah, and
that's why I say 15. So
there you go. And here's the thing: it's really bad now. It's going to get a lot worse unless we do something now. And the thing is, unless you do something, I do something, the only thing that will really stop this is a full-blown video game crash. And
crash and burn.
And here's the thing: AI's creeping up in these games. They look like shit. These developers, these studios care more about games looking nice than actually being games.
Or they're no longer video games anymore.
If you go and listen to these executives, the same ones that don't want you to own your stuff, they're not selling you games. They're selling you experiences. They're not selling you
online storefront.
Yeah, they're not selling you movies. They're selling you experiences.
Because I'll be real. I look at Fortnite. I don't really see a video game. I just see like a storefront. And it's kind of the way I feel about Destiny 2 and a lot of these other games now. It's just like the more I look at them, it's just like everything leads you back to the store page to try to get you to pay more money within the ecosystem of this video game. Like, sure, there may be some little bits of it that are fun, but I miss the days where I could just load up a video game and I just play the goddamn game.
I mean,
and you get rewarded for either achieving success in that game or playing it for long amounts of hours.
I mean, you just summed up Destiny 2, but we're not talking about that right now. And this isn't a convince people to go back and play Destiny 2 video. But I get where you're coming from because Destiny 2 was turned into that. This final update got it away.
It became that during the time when they went free to play.
Yeah.
Because they cut out they stripped out all the old content that made Destiny 2 a different title from Destiny 1, and they basically just turned it into this weird online storefront sort of bullshit seasonal model.
Yeah. Well, that's what these companies want their games to be.
And Destiny was the most successful version of that, and everyone's trying to replace, create that lightning in the bottle and put it in the bottle and whatnot, and have exactly what Bungie created. Even though Bungie flushed it down the toilet along with the help of Sony and many other companies like
Bungie, or I wouldn't like to say Bungie. I would like to say Bungie management and Sony corporate. Those are the ones that did it.
That's right, Pete Parsons. We're talking about you.
Fuck you and your car collection. No.
Does he actually have a good car collection, though? I've never even looked at it. Is it actually good, or was it worth the death of Bungie?
No. Dude, It's cars. you're a single person and you're owning. I understand owning two vehicles.
I mean, now, I understand car collections actually, because like I think vintage cars are cool. Like but the thing is that as a guy, I only ever want to own one car. I'm gonna be real. Like I don't need multiple vehicles. Two is the max.
Two. Look,
one for leisure, one for like transporting like large amounts of goods. I assume.
If one breaks, you've got another.
Yeah, it works. For me, like I
this
like
isn't
a truck
a car.
and like a sedan.
This is
not a car video.
Episode.
I don't care, but I'm just saying like a sedan and a truck is like all I think anyone ever needs, right?
Depends.
Like it's a minivan.
Like I said,
yeah,
we're not getting off that topic.
Yeah. Anyways, either way, I feel like it's dependent on who you are, but still.
No, I mean, I think I've said my piece on this. I think the best way to sum all of this up is
you will own nothing and be happy.
No, you should own something because it will make them unhappy, and you will be happy.
We need to make these companies more unhappy on a regular basis because the more they're trying to chase, like, financial growth and things of this nature, and we're not like just freely giving it to them for these dog shit, like low effort projects that they put out, we'll potentially get better products, better games, and better media.
I am perfectly fine paying more money if the product that I am paying for is worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I have not played a single game that was a full, complete product since 2010. And that's Halo Reach.
Damn. Yeah, that was a video game and a half.
And
what about the map pack? I'm kidding.
More content for a fully complete game? Sign me right the fuck up.
Yeah, I know. I actually never bought that map pack when I was playing it.
And
the thing is you didn't need it in order to enjoy the game.
No, you didn't. And
I put like hundreds and hundreds of hours into Halo Reach. So much I broke one of my discs.
I broke 3. That's how much I played it. 3
Sounds
discs.
about right. Yeah.
Remember, the moment that we stop talking about this is the moment that it goes away. And I don't mean talking like where you talk to one person trying to change their opinion and they're talking to you trying to change your opinion, because no one's opinion is going to be changed, especially not nowadays.
I have a question.
What's up?
Do you think that we're just boomers over here, like talking about how great gaming used to be? For like, because I don't even know what the perspective is of like these younger people that are growing up in like the current era, and like they didn't grow up with like the 360 era and like how amazing that was, and like peak Nintendo from like the early 2000s and all that stuff, and like the only version of video gaming that they've ever known is the slop and dog shit we have today.
No, I have seen a lot of like articles and interviews with like the younger generation, and they know that a lot of this stuff is slop. The majority of entertainment purchases, if you look it up, I believe it's somewhere between 80 to 90% is millennials and older.
Damn.
Yeah. The younger generation wants to own their products. It's the millennials and the boomers and all of them that have conformed to the easy way of this. And I don't know about
it's funny because like I learned how to like collect and own all of my like and like preserve gaming equipment and stuff like that from my millennial cousin.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic.
There
think about all that. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. There's
exceptions, obviously.
Yeah.
But not every millennial is the same. And that is a very like important distinction. Like in every generation, not everyone's the same.
Yeah. And for me personally, I know that this may be really hard, especially to like believe, especially in the era of the internet that we are. But I want gaming to get back to what it was, but be better. Not
than what it was.
Yeah, not for me fully. There is a part of it that will be for me, but it's
for the next generation.
Well,
because I'm more worried about them.
No, it's not about. It's not for those who come after fully. You like that?
We can't quote
you like that
for
reference?
those who come after. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate us mentioning one of my favorite games.
It's not just it's not just for them. It's for everyone, because for me, gaming was an escape from horrible times in my childhood. Games were always there. Games stopped me.
What do you mean my childhood, bro? They're an escape for me from my current hellhole I live in now.
But here's the thing. They were good to be an escape back then because I didn't have responsibilities.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the thing is, when it comes to getting games back, what I mean by that is you can pick something up, you can put it down, you can enjoy it when you have time. It's there for you when you need it. You don't need to worry about it being gone. You don't need to worry about
I'll
it.
miss out on that specific event that's going on at this specific time frame.
Yeah.
Oh no, the FOMO or whatever. Like one of our friends always complains about in video games and stuff like that. That like kills their motivation a lot of the time.
And a lot of these like communities nowadays, they don't know what good stuff was, and it's mainly
right.
And if you were to just show them, I believe that some of them would change their mind. You cannot change everyone's mind. That's beyond, beyond
logical.
That. But I personally believe that if you really look, maybe not technically, okay, like because they're like for example, the best example I can give is Halo Reach may not have as fluid of gameplay as a modern first-person shooter because of its age, but it is still a better product because imagine what this new game would be like if it had the product structure and the love and the care behind it that Halo Reach had.
It'd be a pretty goddamn good video game because I mean that was like the ultimate send-off for the Halo franchise.
It was the ultimate amount of, in my opinion, just what a good product should be. And
I definitely think that one outlived, I think, almost every other Halo game as far as the length of how long it was popular.
Yeah.
Because it's still very popular now. And it was controversial at its time of release, and I remember that. But even then, I so many people came back to that game. And when I was growing up, even when Halo 4 came out, everyone was still playing Reach.
I mean, I bought 4, realized it wasn't good. And, well, I realized it wasn't Halo. And then I went back to Reach. But
I played it. I saw Halo 4 Cortana and went back to Reach.
We've never gotten back. They took that from us.
They took that from us, man. 343 made one good thing, and they took that away.
How
fucking dare they?
Yeah. Gaming was at one point for everyone. Nowadays, gaming is for no one. And until we realize that the only way we're going to get it back is to, I hate to say it, make gaming unprofitable for these companies. Until gaming becomes unprofitable again, gaming will never be as peak as it was during the 360 and PlayStation 3 eras.
Because it's all about profit, and it's no longer about like artistic direction and actually performing, like putting out a like piece of artwork instead in terms of like a video game and whatnot. It's not about that type of direction.
It's about profit, and
that's about it.
And it's about sending your political message. That's it. That's what gaming is nowadays. And if you don't like that, the Twitter link's in the fucking bio. Go for it.
No, leave a comment here on YouTube so we can, reply to it in a video format. Yeah.
There's that too. On that note, thank you all for listening in. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed recently. I don't know why you did it. There's Twitter and Spotify, a bunch of other stuff. I think on that note, take care of yourselves and have a good one.